First of all, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Before me and Don start, we want to thank everybody for the love and support they've given our family through this time. You guys been amazing. This will resonate in our hearts for a very long time. So thank you. Today we come together to celebrate the life and legacy of Wilfred Joseph Sikley, a great man who encompassed the values of love, loyalty, generosity, integrity, and most of all, family. Our father was if you knew Dad, he was the quiet strength and force behind our family, both immediate and extended. When I think about my father, I think about the life and humble beginnings he had. Yet inspiring, he was truly a good man to all. So let's start from the beginning here. Born March 17, 1949. And for all who aren't aware, that's actually St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
In the beautiful country of Haiti, to a rather prominent family, our father enjoyed his upbringing and all the spoils that came along with it. Our grandfather, Arsen Sikley, was an established attorney of the area. And our grandmother, Luce Sikley, was an amazing wife and mother to her 4 children. Pop was born right there in the middle. He was the 3rd child out of my grandparents' 4 children. Although Dad was a middle child, Grandma, better known to us as Meme, described him as a leader amongst all his siblings. In his youth, Meme would characterize my father as being clever, a bit headstrong, but extremely devoted to his family and friends. Long story short, he was the apple of his parents' eye. While growing up in Haiti, knowing he had his future already laid out for him, if he wanted it, he ultimately knew he did not want to inherit his destiny. Rather, he looked into creating his own. After knowing people who traveled abroad and hearing stories from family and friends, Dad decided to tell his parents that he'd be leaving his current tropical oasis and moving to good old America, where there were multiple opportunities and where the streets were made of gold. After receiving the approval from his parents, young Wilfred decided to start his new chapter, but in the greatest city in the world, New York. This almost seems like an excerpt, and I say this because when Dad would tell me the stories of him coming here, I would compare him to a movie that I once watched. The star of this movie, for all those I know, some of you younger people don't know, was Eddie Murphy. And I guess everyone's probably heard of the movie. And it was called Coming to America.
Yes. Good.
So, unfortunately, upon his arrival, there were no streets made of gold in New York. His tropical climate was exchanged for subarctic weather. Similar to the movie I just mentioned, it was an absolute culture shock for him. But this was a pinnacle turning point in my father's life. He came to America in the late 60s. Now, the Civil Rights Act had just been passed. And here was Dad attempting to assimilate as the best he could in a new country. This did not discourage him at all. This is where Dad learned that in order to achieve and succeed your goals, whether entrepreneurial or working for someone, it will take time, dedication, and hard work. The only person who could stop your success in this world, he would say, is the person looking back at you in the mirror. This is a quality that was installed not only to his children, but to all those around him seeking any sort of advice. Dad maneuvered his way in America's society rather quickly, and certainly not without its challenges, as one could imagine of immigrating to this country, leaving your homeland and creating a new life. He was fortunate because of his charming personality, and in part because he was intelligent and fluent in 4 languages: French, Haitian Creole, Spanish, and English. The English was a little funny, but hey, we'll put that down on this resume. He was able to quickly immerse into American society because of this. Now, lived to our awareness growing up was what we shall say, perhaps you'll describe it like Mr. Marshall had explained earlier, a distinguished, handsome, and very eligible bachelor before he met our amazing mother. We absolutely adored.
Wow.
Now, the story goes the way he met Mom. I know the both of them have different renditions of how they met, but I'm going to go with Dad's on this one. So, this is how I heard it. This is the story. The way the story has been told is that Dad, after dropping off a female companion home from an outing, we're not going to call it a date, decided he would take the subway home that day. This is where he first laid eyes on the most radiant woman he had ever seen. I believe at that moment, he may have forgotten any English he learned up into this point. Because he slowly walked towards this woman, where a map was located over her head. He was sitting where she was sitting, He proceeded to view the map of New York as if he was lost and trying to find his way home. Being so confident, he just stood there, thinking the young lady may, throw on her here. She departed that subway that day, and he took a look at himself. He said, she didn't notice me? Maybe she doesn't speak English. In a grand leap of faith, Wilfred decided, the vibrant young woman who he described as a ray of sunlight in the subway paid him no attention, like we said. And in a grand leap of faith, he said, I wonder if she'll be there tomorrow, around the same time. Okay. So, Wilfred decided maybe if he catches the train at the same time tomorrow, he would see her again. As big as the city of New York is, and by his luck, she was there. But again, no words were exchanged between the two travelers. After Wilfred found out her train schedule, this game of will she notice me went on for quite some time. As bold and daring as Dad was, he decided to get off on her stop on a few occasions and see where she went. In today's standards, this type of courtship can be a bit frowned upon, especially by local law enforcement, but I digress. Wilford decided, this is it. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing? Why would she notice a guy riding the train with her? He decided this time, it was time to pull out the big guns. And this came in the form of Dad parking out front of her residence in a 1960s VW yellow Beetle. Now she'll see me. He built up the courage to strike up a conversation with her. Hi. That was it. The young lady decided to continue to ignore him. Finally, after all attempts, stumped and baffled, he was relentless. He decided he would honk his horn, and while she walks down the street, he built up the courage and let her know he wanted to take her out. She politely declined and went home. For most of us men, that would have been, that type of rejection would have been a devastating blow to you, especially with the amount of time and effort and probably weeks that you put into this. Not for Dad. For Dad, he always looked at the bright side. Being that these were the first words that this beautiful woman exchanged with him, he took it as a positive move. And his words were confirmed. She speaks English. After being worn down with Dad's countless efforts, this young woman decided to go out with him. Her hope was, maybe he'll finally leave me alone if I just go out with him. Wilford was so honored that she accepted his invitation. He went home and called his mother. He said, "Mom, I met the one." This young woman expressed to him that she was previously married and had 5 children in Jamaica. Her ultimate objective was to bring her children to the States for a better life. This news did not deter our father the slightest bit. Knowing the love he had for our mother, he said, "G, that would be Mom's name for Dad." He said, "G, this is great, because this just gave me 5 additional people more to love." That came in the form of Marlon, Carl, Jackie, Gary, and Gardner. That being said, he finally got the girl, and it goes back to what he shared with us when it came to advice. In order to achieve and succeed your goals, it will take time, dedication, and hard work. And boy, Mom, you made him work for it. With the shared responsibility to provide for our family of 7 children, Dad did everything possible to create new revenue streams for his large family. In his earlier years, he tried many different career opportunities. Dad would immerse himself and put himself into whatever he did. He took on multiple careers in his young age until he found the right path. One, he was a corrections officer at New York's Rikers Island. That lasted 1 day. I don't think he picked up his paycheck, and I'm still wondering if I can go get it at this point. He was also a real estate agent so there was no application to get it. You had to work hard for your taxi fares. Ultimately, he enrolled himself at City College where he attended night classes, all while, to support his growing family, he obtained a degree in computer science. This opened up vast opportunities for him. He went on to work for Empire Blue Cross and Blue Shield of New York, where he spent over 25 years working in Lower Manhattan during the night shift as a computer analyst until the day he retired. Both dad and mom committed themselves to create a better life for their children. On a family trip to Florida, Dad decided that South Florida would be the family's next move. Therefore, in the summer of '89, he relocated his family to attain his goal. Knowing that he wanted his family to have a better life, sooner rather than later, he sacrificed continuing to work in New York until he received his tenure from his company, which allowed him to retire the following year. He would commute constantly back and forth from New York to Florida, where he later joined us and made us whole again. While commuting back and forth, he, envisioning the future, became keenly aware that with taking on a new mortgage and having children in school, his responsibilities required that he continue being the provider he always was. Dad and Mom decided they're going to open a Carvel ice cream franchise in Coconut Creek. Those in our family knew that working at the shop was a rite of passage for all the children, cousins, and in-laws. Those of you who knew Dad knew him to be an avid supporter of education as well. He would often tell us growing up, and no offense, in his voice, education is very important. So, no one can take your education from you. My dad also understood how challenging school was, even though he did not know it at the time. Little were we aware, Dad had his own struggles in schools, and I'm just going to share this one story because it kind of pertained to me going to school as well too. So, and I learned this from one of his best friends, and Pastor, like you mentioned earlier, it was from his, as you can see, Dad's best friend was a CIA operative. With that being said, secrecy is the key to everything. But I guess the files have an expiration date, and Mr. Marshall actually shared this story with us. So, when I was younger, I had a time where I wasn't too well in school myself. So, I received my report card and I decided, hey, I can't show this to Dad. He'll kill me. Oh boy. I came up with the keen idea. I was smart, but not smart enough. I said, hey, what if I go ahead and I change these grades, pencil them in differently? Say I lost my report card, photocopy that one as I got it from the admissions office as a photocopy, and I passed this off. I did it. It looked excellent. Showed all my friends. Hey, does this look right? Does this look right? Straight A's. I was so proud of my forged report card that I brought it home. I presented it to Dad. Dad took one look at me, and the look he looked at me was history repeating itself. You think I like this? I know what you do. He then went to school the next morning, and he verified my grades. Now, the reason this story is so funny to me, or the reason this is just so, ironic, is that speaking with his CIA operative friend, he released a story to us most recently that when young Wilfred was going to school, in Haiti, the grading system went from 1s to 10s, 10s being the best. So, there was an event, and my grandfather, who was a lawyer, it was kind of a society event. The headmaster of Wilfred School was there. My grandfather went to the headmaster and said, "My goodness, I'm so proud of him. He's doing amazing in school. Whew, I can't be any more proud." The headmaster looked with a glazed look in his eye and said, "Wilfred's glazed?" So he went ahead and he told my grandfather, "Well, those 10s that you see were actually 1s." It's funny how history repeats itself, right? Wilfred circled in those zeros behind those 1s and had 10s all the way down. So now, to this day, now I knew why he was so quick to catch me in my fraud. All right. So now, all right. We had loads of laughter and anecdotes from Dad and stories. And it wasn't always laughter in our home all the time. Yes, it was difficult at times. After all, persistence and resilience only come from having been given the chance to work through difficult problems. But for those of us fortunate enough to understand or even imagine what that feeling is like, to have been blessed, to have met and married the love of your life, and created a family that would bring you so much joy, stability, memories of a lifetime, we know the essence of Wilfred. We also know that he never was a content man and always wanted more for his family. But the children are growing up, and it was time to retire. Hoping once and for all to begin enjoying their life free from toils of working, illness, and everything. Unfortunately, chronic illness did strike, and it began its insidious grip on Dad. Suffering several strokes, Dad recovered, but not 100%. We still engage in life and all of our traditional family gatherings and visits with friends. He struggled, and we watched him bravely manage his illness. My mother never left his side. Ill herself, always being ever loving and supportive to her husband. The past few years have been extremely painful watching his dad's health decline. But we know, though, that while we will absolutely miss Wilfred Joseph Sikle, we are all comforted by knowing that his life and his legacy will persist in our hearts and our memories. We love you, Dad.
John and Junior